Okay, so I had just finished making you guys video kind of going over Moodle, and what I would like to do now is talk about MyLanguageLabs. So Moodle is our classroom, and each of these blocks right here will tell us what assignments you have to complete each week. And then MyLanguageLabs, so if you open up the first week, it'll go down here and tell you, sometimes you're going to have assignments that are in MyLanguageLabs, and you can click either here or you can click here and it's going to take you into MyLanguageLabs. Okay, and so you'll want to sign in once you get yourself set up. To get yourself set up, you'll want to click on, again, I've got a video right here, how to set yourself up in MyLanguageLabs. So if you click here, this will take you to a video that's going to walk you through how to set yourself up. Okay, it may look a little bit different. They've updated MyLanguageLabs, but it's not a significant change. So I don't know at this point in time. I'm probably not going to change my video. So anyway, if you walk yourself through how to set yourself up, and then you're going to need, when you are setting yourself up, you're going to need the code. The code you're going to be, and I'm not sure in the video if I tell you where, I think where I've posted the class code may have changed, but your code is located here. Again, I am in FON 05. If I go into FON 07, your code is right here, and you want to make sure you get put in the right class. I do have some students that get put in the wrong class, and I can still do it, but it's really hard to keep straight that you keep needing to move that one person's grades into a different class. So just make sure that you're using the right code, which you can find on the left-hand side of our site. Okay. So once you've set yourself up, which I'll let you watch the video on how to set yourself up, then you're going to get in there. You would just see, I've got bunches of this because I teach multiple classes. Yours would just have the name of our class, and you would click and go right in. You wouldn't have all these sections to navigate. I guess I'll go into FON 05. Okay, and I'll go to student view. So once you get in, it's pretty easy. If you're in the course tells you the assignment. It'll say you need to visit MyLanguageLabs and do these activities. So then if I go out here and if they're due, it tells me that this stuff is due on the 12th. So I just find the 12th on my calendar, and then the activities are going to pop up in the middle. So here's the SAM activities, SAM 101, 102. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, and so then I complete them. You do want to check both, though. Sometimes people will get in the habit of just going to this site. Don't do that, because I sometimes have assessment assignments in Moodle. I put my cultural assignments and my reading comprehension activities in Moodle, and then my tests and my quizzes and my homework and MyLanguageLabs. So I really do use both sites. So you can never look at just one, or you're going to end up missing assignments, which again will impact your grades significantly. You also want to check here, because I only said that you had to do the SAM activities, but if you scroll through out here, you'll notice that there's extra stuff. Well, you don't have to do this extra stuff. I just sometimes will post extra stuff out here because it will help you better learn the material, and so I like to make it available to you all. So for example, I think in this first week, it's just basically, there's some flashcards, and then there's basically vocabulary tutorials. Well, maybe what I provided you is sufficient and you don't need to watch the books. That's fine, so then don't watch them. Or maybe what I provided wasn't enough and you want to see what the book has to say, so you can watch them. So always check, because I will post extra stuff on the calendar that I think will help you complete the actual assignment. But if you're running low on time or you don't feel that it's necessary, you don't have to complete it. And then when you're ready to complete an assignment, you just click it and it'll open up. And I'm just going to mark these. I'm not really going to read them. You should read. This says reread brief dialogues in your text. So you would click that. That will take you to a page in your book. I'll click it so we can see. Okay, so that takes you to a page in your book. This is the page that you're supposed to read. So you would read those brief dialogues. and then you would go back to the assignment, and based upon what you'd read, you'd answer these questions. And then when you're done, you hit finish and submit for grading. Okay, and it gave me a 4. That was just random. And then when you can try again. And as long as you're trying again before the due date of the assignment, I'm only going to see your best score. So if you made a 40 and then you get 100, I'm never going to see that 40 unless I go looking for it. What'll go into my grade book is your 100. And I want you to know that I am just going to take what I assign from MyLanguageLabs. I can get it broken down. So if I only assign you SAMs, then I'm only going to take the SAMs and plug them into the Moodle gradebook. The Moodle gradebook is the one you need to be concerned with, not your MyLanguageLabs one. So if your MyLanguageLabs says you have like a 70, but your Moodle says you have 100, you have 100 for my class. Okay? And I think that they're set up to where if you do them so many times, they're going to give you the right answer, and they'll also start giving you clues to help you, places you could click in the book to get help. So anyway, other tools that you'll have out here are, you can see that's a link to all the tutorials. There's your e-text, and the e-text may look a little funny because we're trying to use the HTML version because we're wanting to be more ADA compliant, but this is all the material for the chapter is in here. So if you keep scrolling through, you can just use your e-text if you feel happy with it. If you don't like it, then you can use, you can buy a hard book. You just don't have to. And there's a glossary, so you can look up words and their meaning, and you can even hear them. And then there is a verb chart. So if you wanted to conjugate a verb, you just have to know into what tense, present indicative. It's going to conjugate it for you. Maybe you want to do it in the preterite. We're probably just going to be sticking with the present indicative this semester, so that's really the only one you need to worry about. And then it'll conjugate it for you. So that's a nice feature to have. And I think that pretty much covers it. If the assignment turns red, that means it's past due. You can still get back in and see those activities though. And if you want to look ahead, I've put everything out here. So you just click this button and it'll take you through all the way to May. I don't think you need to go quite that far right now, but if you wanted to, you could. Again, when let me just check my time again. Okay. And so when you're doing recording, sometimes I will have you do recordings, or even if you're doing tests, you just want to also make sure you turn off your pop-up blockers, do your browser tune-up, and then if things are still not working right for you, if you're trying to do a voice recording, make sure you set up your microphone. This is how you set up your microphone for Windows 7, 10, and Max. And if you look right here, this is where you would click to do those things, but it will also tell you in the videos to do that. So hopefully you understand now what to do in Pearson.